Hello everybody, and welcome to my top 5 ranking series, which is now officially back again. Today we're going to be talking about a topic that's been going viral, albeit not for the best reasons ever. That being Team Fortress 2. Now, I'm aware that there is a huge bot problem going on with it. However, I will say in TF2's defense that it has been somewhat mitigated to a large degree, especially by players who have been vigilant in kicking bots. This, however, does not excuse the problem. However, with that out of the way, I wanted to dig into the meat and potatoes of what this video would really be about. TF2 is renowned for having a variety of creatively named weapons that all have very different special attributes and appearances and etc. The ones we're going to be talking about today are going to be the easiest weapons to use. So they may not be the most effective or the best weapon in game stat wise, however they will be some of the easiest to use, especially if you're a beginner to the game, and will allow you to fight enemy players without dying every 5 seconds. With that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Starting off at number 5, we have the Market Gardener. Now, I'm aware a lot of people will be shocked to see this weapon so low on the list, but like I said before, we're talking on the easiest weapons to utilize effectively, not the best stat-wise. And yes, there is a difference, by the way, for those curious. And that being said, the Market Gardener is a weapon that deals critical hits on enemies whenever you rocket jump as a soldier. The problem with this idea, though, is that rocket jumping is difficult to get right, and even then, there is no guarantee that the person you've targeted won't just move out of the way or kill you, especially considering you take damage when you rocket jump unless you have the rocket jumper as your launcher. However, if you do, or if you have the instincts, luck, or skill to use this weapon, it can be a great way to help out your team and become both famous and infamous in a TF2 lobby. You'll never be more infamous than the bots, though. Coming in at number 4, we have another soldier weapon, the Black Box. Now, this weapon isn't particularly well-renowned weapon in the TF2 community, but it is a fairly common sight in TF2 lobbies if you play nowadays. Basically, what it does is it gives you a small amount of health with every direct hit from one of its rockets. This is a lot easier of a concept to apply in-game, which is why it's above something like the Market Gardener. However, this still doesn't make it particularly special. Its benefits are only really a small help when you consider how quickly some of the players can be at killing others, or if you walk past a sniper with a bizarre bargain. This is especially the case if you're familiar with how slow rockets move, which makes hits from a safe distance pretty difficult. Not to mention, this weapon holds less ammo than the default launcher, with 3 rockets instead of 4. But if you don't mind taking slightly longer to die, you will, just a little slower, while having to reload more often. This is not a bad choice of a weapon either. Number 3, the Force of Nature. Now, despite this weapon's reputation, this weapon is pretty basic and doesn't really do much for you aside from a slight increase in damage per shot. This is not a bad thing, except for when you consider that it only has 2 shots, and each shot sends you flying, especially if you double jump in midair. This can either be a good thing, like when it helps you dodge enemy fire, or it can send you flying off a cliff when you double jump and fire the weapon. These drawbacks may not seem like a whole lot, but when you consider the fact that you have little control over where you go when the gun sends you flying, this weapon can be hit or miss depending on the scenario. Beyond that, this weapon can be a good choice and will add to your damage as a scout and can make you unpredictable, which can be an advantage. Number 2, the Scorch Shot. Now, this is a weapon that may not seem very special, but despite it being a simple flare gun with incendiary damage, its range is really what makes it overpowered, and I mean really overpowered. This weapon basically allows you to catch enemies on fire from a large distance, and it even has a small amount of splash damage, so you can land your shots at the feet of a group and allow you to catch multiple targets on fire. And if you manage to get multiple direct hits consecutively, you can kill several people without getting in the middle of all the chaos. The only drawback I can think of is that it has a noticeable lack of ammo, but the amount of damage you can do as a pyro with this weapon and the amount of assists you can get is worth the lack of ammo in my opinion. And coming in at number 1, we have the Machina. Now, this weapon isn't the most infamous sniper, nor is it even the best stat-wise, but it is a pretty deadly weapon to use, considering it has a very fast recharge rate, which is noticeably faster than the default sniper, and it even has a unique ability to do decent damage even with body shots. This makes it pretty well-rounded and effective, all things considered. However, it does have one main weakness, aside from the fact that it fires tracer rounds, which can be dodged easier than normal sniper bullets. bullets. That being that it's only really useful for choke point maps like Two Fort or Turbine. Aside from that, it's not much better than a default sniper rifle outside of its enhanced charge rate, but generally you will see an improvement in your sniping in TF2 if you decide to stick with this weapon, largely due to its charge rate, which I think gives it the biggest advantage, as well as the most practical advantage. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow me on all relevant socials, share the video with a friend, follow me on Twitch, join my Discord server, and leave any suggestions you have in a comment, a DM, or anywhere you can reach me. Links will be in the description below. And with that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.